supposed to let him down or ensure there is socio-economic transformation. So he came up with this well-thought program because he wants to transform the welfare of his people. And he knew that majority of Ugandans are very hardworking. But the challenge that is there is that they enterprise, but their businesses don't see the first birthday. I think we all know that. In the whole world, Uganda is the #1 enterprising country. Abantu batondawo business. People begin businesses, but they can't see their first what? Birthday. They die. So the president said, no, let's see how we support our people. And began with this program. It is his initiative. Even when I'm Mama Myoga, it is not my program. Even when you're the RDC, it's not your program. It is his program. And it's a presidential initiative on job and wealth creation in Myoga. This program is his. And the objective is to make sure there is wealth in the home and also job what? Creation. Let's take note of that. So let me see, help me play this video. Let me see if it can play. Ooh, let me move. Is there somebody in the control room? Play that video for me. Because I want you to hear. Do you have volume? We are going to share all this information in your email. I know usually when we're using technology, issues don't come out well. But the president explains it that Myoga is a presidential initiative on job and wealth creation, centered around enterprise categories, but me, I'm going to put it in a language anybody can understand. The word Myoga is a Chinyankole word that means a skill. It means a talent. So it is an initiative that supports people with skills, with a talent, to turn that talent or skill into a source of what? Revenue. And the objective is the 39%. Then when he started, it was 68%. Now it is 39% of these people who earn and consume everything, who are not in a money economy, turn into a money economy. And realistically, if we move from this room and turn our minds back home, these people earn money every day. And they consume this money wholesomely every day. Because their source of revenue is almost daily. And mark the words, presidential, and it's an initiative, okay? As we proceed. So, the main objective as to why this Myoga was formulated is just few. I'm going to speak about a few of them. Because we all know, I'm speaking to already the converted, because most of the people here are the real implementers of EMIOGA. So, to stimulate and mobilize savings for a sustainable financial service, I want to tell you that Ugandans are rich, very, very rich, but our culture makes us poor. Why? Because whatever we earn, we consume. And we have even gone against God. God himself, whether Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether God, the one we know, whether any super being, the one we believe in, has told everyone that you were created in his image. All of us were created in God's image. He was so wise. He gave us 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 legs. But, and all of us know that if you have anything less than that, it's a defect. True or false? We begin putting you in a group of people with different what? Abilities. He had a reason. He said, use the eyes to see, use the ears to hear, the hands, the legs, very well. And he was categorically very clear. He gave you 1 mouth. Okay? And 1 outlet. You can imagine the rest, 2. Then gave us 1 mouth and 1 outlet. But I want to tell you that the 2 don't work. The eyes people no longer see. The ears, we don't use them. The hands, at times we don't even want to touch. We want to take. We don't want to touch. The legs, it is even worse. We don't want to use. Let the car be there, technology. We don't want. We use most the mouth. And I tell you what we use it for? Hello? Eating. We eat whatever we earn. At times we even eat to explore. Whatever we get, we consume. Whatever we get, we consume. And whatever we consume, what happens? It goes what? Out. When the outside thing has not worked well, we get diseases and we treat, isn't it? Because whatever we want, we consume. It is now a culture. Especially for some of us who call ourselves elites, it's even worse. We're even training it in the kids. Flasks in the night. Even our husbands. There is a new normal, a new love. You keep the food after eating supper. When he's tired, he wakes up, takes juice, some porridge, some, you know the things. Eating. All time is. So we eat everything. We eat all the capital. So we don't save. EMIOGA has come to tell people to save. Because you can never grow rich unless you save. It's a bitter truth. And I'm happy here, I think they have taught us how to pray. Some of us even eat without working. And I want to tell you, it's a problem, a big problem, which people don't want to speak about. The dependence syndrome of Uganda is 1 to 4. One person you work, but all your money, your sweat, 4 people must enjoy your need. You can imagine. And you keep being what? Poor, because you can't save. So EMIOGA is teaching people how to save. Why? Because the only source of capital for investment, which is the cheapest, is your own saving, because it doesn't have interest. Hello? Hey, so that is it. It teaches people to save. The next one is empowering communities with business skills. Yeah, this one has become a very serious issue. In Uganda, people are very busy, waking up very early in the morning, going to work in the name of we are doing business. But when you count their businesses, they are not bankable. They are not what? They are working in losses every day. So Emyoga was supposed to teach communities. And I want to demonstrate for you here quick. If I was in this class and I asked all of you and I said, okay, class, we have 3 enterprises. We have a border enterprise. We have a chapati stall enterprise. And we have a special hire enterprise. Which job would you prefer as a business venture? Hello? Those who say chapati, put up the hand. Okay. Good. Those who say border, put up the hand. And those who say special hire, put up the hand. And those who have not put up the hand? Confusion. Isn't it? You see? So Emyoga teaches people to choose the best business enterprises. And just like you're putting up their hands, majority of people are confused because you just copy peer pressure. So and so opened up a shop, so let me also open up a what? Isn't it? Hey, I'm speaking on real life. So Emyoga teaches you on the business ventures that we're talking about. It is a simple art. Cost of investment and the return on investment. Now that is economics. I will not go there. How much have you injected and how much are you what? Getting out. Okay? Simple. And the equation for making sure that you grow wealth is just the money injected should be less than the money you're getting what? Out. Okay? So the money you're getting out should be more than the money you have injected. Simple. And that's why most people who say chapati are very okay. Because for a chapati person, you need 500,000 to make a best stall, which even has glasses, isn't it? And you even add spices, 500,000. But a chapati stall will give you 20,000 a day as profit, isn't it? For a border, you will inject in 5.5 what? Million. And a border will give you 20,000 a what? A day, 20,000. 10,000 a day. Okay? Hey, you have seen the art. A special hire, you need 20 million, isn't it? And you'll be getting how much a week? Because for them, they give you per week. 200. It's 100,000. Okay? A week. Please, can we be in these villages and we get to know these things? Because you're going to speak to the people who practice these things. So we tell our people that you have injected in a lot of money. You're working, the cost of operation, the fuel and everything is high. But the money you're getting is too. And the thing is depreciating. You understand, eh? So we teach them business enterprises that can make you develop. So that when you are injecting your money, your business can see the second birthday without complicating things, of cash flow, of what, just simple. You give them the way you see we are flowing, isn't it? Now, the other thing is we also tell people that life is progressive. So business is also a living thing. It must grow, isn't it? So if you have a business that is stagnant, then you're in the wrong business. So we teach them to also grow their business. expand their business. And tell them, I usually use a Chiganda saying that nezikokolima zaali. So start small and grow big. And I give them simple examples. When you're in Mbale, I tell you there was a man called YY, which everybody know. He was a taxi driver, and today he's the richest man in what? In Mbale. So I give them examples that give them hope. When I speak to the restaurant operators, I tell them there is a rich man called Wabamuno. He was a pancake what? Today he's a rich what? Because his business was progressive. Okay? So that is a myoga. They have told me to move ahead. So let me stop and just move. So how do we formulate a myoga circle? This one we know. Should I go through this? This one we know. But I want to tell you that these are circles. They depend on circle principles. Okay? Which we have almost all forgotten. The circle principles are very clear. Free entry and free exit. Can all RDCs, deputy RDCs, assistant RDCs go back and ask these circles? How many people have these circles admitted this year? How many did they admit last year? Because the principle is free entry and free. A circle to survive, there should be new people joining all the time. A circle to survive, those who disturb the circle, allow them exit the circle. Because they are circles. Circle principles must prevail. The other circle principle is transparency and accountability. It is only able for us who come and visit the circle to know that it's transparent and there is accountability is when they hold annual general, because they lay their audited books of account. They also lay their work plan. Ooh, ask your neighbor. In my district, how many have sat for annual general meetings? Hey. Uh-huh. Yeah. So the circle principles must prevail. The other circle principle is it is member owned. This circle is not for President Museveni. This circle is not for Mama Myoga. This circle is not for RCC or RDC. It is member owned, member governed. This circle is not for the commercial officer. I have seen it in particular districts. District of Kwen district. I have seen it in Buvuma. The commercial officer has refused this chairperson to move away, and the chairperson is conflicting with the members. It is member owned, member governed. The bosses are the circle what? Members. Hello? Support these circles so that there are no governance issues. So that they feel they own this what? Circle. And I insist it is member owned, member governed. When the members say that they want to lend out their money, RDC, please don't hesitate with your pen. Yeah? Hello? Can I mention the districts where RDCs stay with their pens? I'll do it next time because they know they are themselves and they are my friends. They might get annoyed. But I'm telling you, stop hesitating with the what? With the pen. Allow them utilize their money. It is member owned, member governed. When the members say, RDC allow us, ask for additional seed capital. They have their audited books of accounts. Whether they have performed poorly or good, the auditors will put it there. It is not your crime. Okay? It is the auditors who audited, not you. Forward them. Okay? Forward them, the technical team will do its job. Don't judge. Okay? Because at times, they are performing well, but you can't see physical money on account because SACCO is a business. Money in, money out. Money in, money out. Receive the money, there's somebody on standby to borrow the money. But there are some RDCs who say, but on the account, first put 20 million, first put 10 million, before I what? Hey! Today we are speaking in-house. Is it the truth or not the truth? Hey! So let's do the things very well. It's member-owned, member-governed. Okay? The other thing is the SACCO is a business. Allow them trading the money. And when they come to you and say, this person has taken our money, even when that person is an NRM cadre, puts on yellow, like the letter Birga, from the leg to the hair painted yellow, okay? Let there be no compromise. A person who claims to be yellow, but make sure that Mosai's programs or the yellow programs frustrate, that is the biggest enemy of the NRM. Arrest. Okay? When you arrest and they are victimizing you, forward it to me. The other lady said, we arrest. Me, I'll be accountable. Okay? And I want to tell you that Mzee has given you so many powers. When you arrest, these people are not supposed to be given bail. Anybody who misuses man of a myoga and PDM, 10 months. Hey! Hello? So save us so that there is continuity of the NRM. Because when the thieves steal, I swear, they will say, RDCA, Madame Rita has stolen this money. Mosei has stolen. Poor man, he's never there. It is us, isn't it? Hey, so let's do the work. So these circles are real circles. Treat them as not mobilization associations. True or false? So let's move to the next. This one we know. As long as somebody has the age of consent, they are allowed to join a myoga what? Circles. Apart from the omega of the youth what? Leaders. Members, please take note. Some people like us have refused to retire from the youths. I am a youth even when I'm 45 what? I remain a youth. Eh? But also ladies, I don't want to mention the names. The men are the problem because for you people don't grow old. But for us, the women at least. But however, that's not the issue. The point is, take note. When I move to sub-regions, the real youth, young youth say we have been left what? Okay? Yes, the MOGA is that. Okay? For youth what? When these people graduate and you have a bigger age, you become a honorary member. You can save, but don't borrow. Okay? So allow the youths to enjoy the enterprises in the myoga. We all know. Should I go through this? Please look at them. I want to tell you the uniqueness of why RDC should take keen interest of these enterprises. People from Kawempe, welcome back from Kawempe, from the last election. Okay. Why I've talked about that? Listen. The borders, RDCs are the heads of security. True or false? People who drive people in the panyas are border. Get to know them. A myoga is just a vehicle for you to understand them. Okay? You will understand the criminal elements and you will also understand the good ones. If all of them are criminal, use a thief to catch a what? The carpenters. Who will break people's doors? Hello? Carpenters. Because they are the ones who understand locks. I'm giving you the reason why you're supposed to be in this myoga too much. Eh? The taxi operators. People from Karamoja, are we there? People from Sebei, are we there? Nowadays, the taxis are the ones who transport cows. Huh? This mug is not just for just, you know what I am telling you. Because I'm speaking to the already converted, isn't it? The welders. When FDC began, it began with something called the quarter pin, nyondo. Hello? Who were they? When they are rioting, they use tires. Who are they? Where do they get them? Mechanics and the welders. RDCs, are we there? Am I talking to someone? You know what I'm communicating. Get to know them. Let this be a vehicle for you to understand your area of jurisdiction. To ensure that the other pillar, the number one thing NRM talks about security is guru. Okay? The youth leaders. I am happy because majority of the RDCs now and deputies are a fruit of youth leadership. UNSA, National Youth Council and councillors, and youth mobilizers. True or false? You know how youths are very unpredictable, very volatile, very funny, very good. When they make noise in 1 minute, you assume the whole building is going down. True or false? But when you're with them, they are the easiest to work with. Because when you tell them, Musululu moja, they do what? But they will only listen to you when you are moving with them. Youth leaders. Hello? Hello. Yeah. So, produce dealers. People from Blambuli, are we there? Lower Blambuli, people from Busoga, people from Mubende, okay, Hoima, produce dealers. The money that is laundered through the produce what? Understand them. Know them. Because they are the ones that have cash. Putting them in circles is for you to interact and know them. So that you can address their problems just in time. Okay? Performing artists. This one, should I speak about it? You know that these people communicate and they communicate to the soul. When a performing artist wakes up in the morning and sings corruption, it will be a hit in 1 day. True or false? When a performing artist wakes up in the morning and draws hate, it will be a hit in 1. Have them so that you can give them the good things NRM has done. Okay? Have them, they're the easiest to deal with. Okay? And now know that our biggest competitors are artists. Ogonga Mkatini, and you say, yo, yo, and they have Kalulu for you. Ideology. Fishermen. Buvuma, Kalangala, you know. The biggest threat is these people are migrating population. These people are the biggest criminals. I commit a crime in Mbale, I go on Muara in Masese. True or false? Deal with them, understand them. And you know that our water bodies share with different countries. I don't want to speak, you know that in the last election, the biggest threat was on the lake. Hello? If at all the commander's intent is what we are talking about, not because not, but make it our thing, isn't it? The rest we know. The saloon operators, the biggest gossip is in the saloon, use them. Okay? We move to the next. The roles. I don't need to speak about it. The RDCs are the head of the task force. You either organize or anti-organize. Okay? Organize, plan. Because the LC5 is with you on that committee, the NRM chairman is with you on that committee, the commercial officer, the cow, isn't it? The youth chairperson, ask your neighbor, when did you convene a Myoga task force meeting? My brother Benny says, just you know, he has just hosted the biggest one, where I had a meeting and even invited the minister. Ask others. Some people, not even, if it's not me, nobody has ever visited your district. True or false? So let's make sure we hold these meetings and have these people, give them the information. It's through those meetings that you know the challenges, then they reach us and we shall act. Okay? Status. Ooh. Slide per slide. You will look at this. I have each district and the performance. Okay? We are there. Since I've left the information, they will share with you, isn't it? On your different emails. But in summary, I want to tell you that there are districts that are very comfortable with the first performance of the Myoga. They received the 560. But there are districts where all the Myogas never got. Ntoroko, are we here? Ntoroko, do you know that in your district, 2 Myogas have never received the first 30 million? I was there, I got to know of it when the president was coming. I was looking at the status and I was like, what? Hey, you see, there are districts. In those districts, I'm going to leave my email. You send as long as the circle is formulated so that we make sure that people receive money. There are people who are comfortable that after receiving the 560 million, their circles have never received additional seed what? And you're comfortable. The only report they give us is the Myoga. When we call the executive, they don't come. But these are secondary circles. If the executive is not there, call the members, convene because they are too busy, change the executive, and the Myoga moves ahead. If the people who got the money have disappeared, because the majority of the people who got the money were the executive first, so they don't want to call the meetings, call the other members, we put them aside, we pursue them via the law, formulate another executive, ask for additional seed capital. Hello? Yeah, there's a lot of money that has lagged in microfinance because the best district was Bundibujo, I think, which had received the additional seed capital for the third time. But there are circles that have never even received additional seed. Hello? So let's pace up the game. And you know, for me, what I do? Now, this one I'm telling you as a secret. We use each other, isn't it? When the president asks me, why is it that these people have not made sure that they receive additional seed capital? I say microfinance is the fund managed. You see that I've shifted the problem. Then the microfinance will say, but RDCs are the ones that recommend. They have not recommended to us. Okay? Then we go to the RDCs will say, but the circles are not performing well. Or they are not there. You understand? Now we are shifting the blame. We are supposed to be problem solvers. I'm going to leave my email. Where you're finding any challenges the people are not seeing, remember we have their NIN numbers, isn't it? Get to me, we support you, look for them, and we also prepare and plan on how to revamp these circles. Or else it will be a white elephant, isn't it? So we avoid blame game of each other, but we be together and solve the what? The problem. And me have given you a window. This will be shared with all of you. And I've even put the coordinators' numbers on each, the whole Uganda. You will see the variances in the information compared to your district. Because if I'm to discuss it district per district, we shall stay here the whole what? But please analyze this data. Look at the money per constituency. When you subtract, you'll see additional seed capital that has been added. And look at the recovery. And you see whether you're performing well or not. This will be shared with you on your emails. Okay? Sorry? Hard copies. One of the initiatives of the president is ICT. We preach what we practice, but we shall see. That is an exception. We shall plan for it. So, the issues that are making us lag behind is people have not encouraged circles to be audited because they don't sit for annual general meetings. And some of you have allowed auditors to scare away circles. Because when people say audit, they assume there is a problem. There's that mindset. Two, you have also allowed the auditors to be exorbitant. You find a person auditing 3-4 pages and the person is asking for 500,000. Take charge. We are going to talk about it. I've seen that is a very nice. Then also annual general meetings are few. They are created by commercial officers. They are so busy. Somebody will tell you, I'm in the PDM. Then when the PDM speak, they will say, I'm in Emioga. Excuses all the time. Yet for the annual general meeting to take place, you need a commercial officer to act as a registrar of companies. True? Yes. So please, that's why the other meetings, the district task force meetings with Emioga are very important. Then also, the resolutions to register permanently. This one is also a problem because the executive are not available. The resolutions are not also what? Okay. So submit file and documents to Microfinance Support Center where you've submitted. copy me in, because at times these files sit so much at the regional offices, okay? And we create bureaucracy for no good reason, yet we are there to serve our people. Then also follow up with this one. That's why I've said when you share with us, then we help you follow up, isn't it? Permanent registration has become a problem, and I want to tell you, this is in-house, it should not get out. That majority of us cannot even enforce the presidential directive because the certificates of the circles expired. True or false? And we are begging you, support us so that we renew them or extend. Okay? So that the circle is legal and legally binding. Today I'm talking too much. So I have given you this accessing additional seed capital. The president directed you people. My job, mama myoga. When there's no myoga, I don't have a what? Don't make me be like the people of NADS, where they're only signposts, but low recovery, it moves to RDC. Where there's mismanagement, RDC, please. Okay? Now they are going to say, where there are bad things, it's RDC. When they are eating their money, RDC gets nothing, isn't it? I am feeding their hearts, but I want true or false. So for continuity, for media in front there, he will of seed capital. Okay? It doesn't just come from heaven. There should be a form to fill for additional seed capital. There should be a renewed certificate. There should be annual general meetings, audited report. There should be membership. Okay? There should be a bank statement. There should be acknowledgement of the initial seed capital. There should be recommendation. Underline recommendation from the RDC stroke RCC. But your eyes is the commercial what? Yeah. You've seen the things. Now the other things of ghost. Ensure that the person you're recommending, they have national what? IDs. Okay? Especially the signatories and a list of the bylaws. All these things, have them in your file in office. Are we there? Okay. Key achievements, these ones we know. Should I speak about them? We know there is improvement of a saving culture, mobilization I've spoken about, business growth, skills, there's mindset change, because now even in the villages, almost every village has a saving group. Aren't you seeing them? And the banks were also very clear. Headlines, people no longer want to borrow our money. Haven't you seen it? Hey, people no longer want to borrow. They are borrowing within themselves because the source of capital is savings. So you can see that even when we are talking, the fruits are being what? And I also want to tell you that yesterday we were in the meeting in finance, and the banks have been forced to revise their interest rate because the money is now useless in their what? There's no business. So there are achievements. And now with the PDM, it's going to be worse. Okay? So there is this as achievements, the challenges. These ones, nkubewa nyo? Fraudi. Some they don't have on their certificates. Some the bank names don't tally with the account or the circle names. So the things, let's put them right. Delays in disbursing additional seed capital. This one is also there. That's why I'm telling you that when you submit, copy us in so that we fast track. Then lack of operational fund, this is a new normal. Okay? There are some people who say, you know the NGO mentality, for every project there must be facilitation, and they don't work. So it's a challenge to some of us. Corruption by technical officers. This one we are working on it very carefully. It was in Kamuli. It was in Busoga. I had 3 districts. Vuvuma. And Vuvuma was very tricky. The commercial officer is a person with disability. So when you arrest, the activists make noise. So we are having challenges, but with teamwork, everything is what? Possible. Had to reach poor roads. I was in which district? In Western Uganda, which doesn't have this is our Uganda, isn't it? We should be problem what? Solvers. That was the reason I was asking, but why haven't you visited here? Why haven't we don't have roads? I'm like, okay, we move. Had to reach. Then some new leaders are not well versed with the program. Do we have assistant RDCs here? Please, full RDCs and deputies. organize and call us to teach them, because they have the energy, they want to work very well, everything, but they lack what? Information. Support them with the information, or first work with them on job training. True? And there are districts, it's a public secret, where RDCs don't want to work with your deputies, so you delegate fully assistant what? To go in a circle of emyoga. Maybe these young people don't have this information. So you see them fumbling, managing, fumbling. It has become a what? A challenge. So support them with the information, or move with them, or get a deputy to move so they do on-job training, because this has become an issue. Poor loan recovery, this is a mindset issue. Some people think it's casino. Now that we are moving into an election. Mindset. Okay? Please tell them it is a revolving fund. And tell them, I tell them point blank, when you ate money of LPO, why LPO? Who lost? Who remained poor? Waji? When they ate in Tandikwa, who lost? Them! Tell them this is your money, own it, own this circle. Allow the money to revolve, because it helps you run away from the banks. Okay? Negative mindset. This one I've spoken about it. Even within us. I have seen people in NRM who believe hold your neighbor's hand and say, wake up. Wake up. Tell them that all the government programs now must succeed. Emyoga and PDM must. It is a mindset issue. People speak it. They even kill it at birth without practicing. What is President Museveni speaking? This one is going. Issues. Who told you? Who told you that NRM is a loser? We are winners. In the Kawepa, we I am telling you, let's go and mobilize, have routine meetings. And NRM chairman, are you here? NRM oil. NRM Jew. Now, NRM chairman, I want to give you information that get Emyoga and PDM and get the numbers, just the numbers involved. Even when you don't go to your structures, you have the election. It is the truth, nothing but, because a person of Emyoga will not ask you for transport refund, because they already have our what? Money. A person of PDM will not ask you for our transport refund. You just tell them magic of $1 million. Because they have our what? NRM chairman. NRM oil. If you don't speak for this money, I want to tell you that opportunists will jump on this program and they will be the ones speaking for it. And if you don't have your eyes, RDCs and NRM chairpersons, macho chonjo, and these people suffer before getting their money, they will not have the motivation to feel this money. make sure that their life is at ease to access this money. Okay? I've spoken so much. And you know I spoke after lunch. So, there are many recommendations, but I just want to summarize by telling you that all programs of Uganda are very nice. Yesterday we were interacting from Kenya, with people from Kenya or no. And these people were coming to study Emyoga, the governors and the ministers from Kenya. The president of Kenya copied Emyoga and he has Hustlers Fund. Okay? Same to Tanzania. We are the brainchild of East Africa, but our problem is the implementation. Can we work together, hold this country at hand, especially the young ones? Work like you're going to die tomorrow so that there is continuity of the NRM, isn't it? It will be very embarrassing. My people of Kawempe, are we there? I was embarrassed. Namuengerita. Is it the win? Any questions? I have 1 minute. So, give me a minute for questions?
Yes, I will. Hey, what? Water. Afande Kula, come first. Let's stand up a bit.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, makofi. Sisi wote ni jeshi, tutasonga vitani. Sisi wote ni jeshi, tutasonga vitani. Afande Kaguta ni jeshi, jeshi one. Tutasonga vitani. Afande Mhozi ni jeshi, jeshi one. Tutasonga vitani. Tutasonga na siasa nzuri, kukomboa Uganda na wananchi wote. NRM nipe uwezo, kukomboa Uganda na wananchi wote. Kukomboa Uganda na wananchi wote. NRM nipe uwezo, kukomboa Uganda na wananchi. Tutasonga na elimu nzuri, kukomboa Uganda na wananchi wote. NRM nipe uwezo, kukomboa Uganda na wananchi wote. Songa na siasa nzuri, kukomboa Uganda na wananchi wote. NRM nipe uwezo, kukomboa Uganda na wananchi. Kambara tutasonga, Kasese tutasonga. Na siasa nzuri, tutasonga na siasa nzuri, kukomboa Uganda na wananchi wote. NRM nipe uwezo, kukomboa. Sisi wote ni jeshi, tutasonga vitani. Sisi wote ni jeshi, jeshi one. Tutasonga vitani. Afande Kaguta ni jeshi, tutasonga vitani. Afande Bashasha ni jeshi, jeshi one. Tutasonga vitani. 1, 2, 3, zimata.
louder. You are now awake. I want in a special way that we put our hands together and give an applause to the presenter. Secondly, I want us to put our hands together and clap for the behind people there. They have been disciplined. They have been disciplined really for this session. Listen, for this particular session, they have been disciplined. No, they were awake. I was very observant. Now, if you have 1, 2, 3 questions for the presenter, but ask questions relevant to what she has presented. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Enough.
Thank you, sister. I have one question, and it's actually a serious concern on me. When it comes to SACCO audit, I believe very much that we have an internal auditor at every district. But these people claim to be auditors. I don't know where they come from. Is it hired? Is it a conflict of interest by the SACCO leadership? I don't understand. And they charge a lot of money. 300, 400, 500, 600. That's on my concern. If possible, why can't the district internal auditor be given an opportunity of doing the work at the district or on the SACCOs?
I want to thank the presenter.
Now, you are getting into something else again. Proceed.
Thank you, sister. I want to thank the presenter for Myoga, and indeed it is very good for the development of our country. But my observation and request would be, these circles, the Myoga circles, they came at the time of politicking, and they never came from down, but they came from up. And that thing is causing a problem. People thought that the money was for Kasimo to mobilize to vote for our excellency. And the challenge that we have, yes, the challenge that we have public servants at the district level who are responsible for these circles. The commercial officers are there, but you find them participating in getting money from these circles, like for auditing, and yet the commercial officers under the circle system, they are supposed they qualify to audit these circles. Well, how do they allow other external auditors to come and audit these circles, and yet there is little money that within the circles? They are not making profits, but they are demanded to pay 300, 500 for auditing. And this makes the circles stagnated because they don't have the money to pay, and therefore there are no general meetings to make these conclusions and get the recommendation from RDCs to get more seed capital, as you have indicated. Can we have instructions from above, or can we have coordinated activities at the district level to make sure that they audit these circles for the good of our Myoga system within our country? I thank you. Azairwe Dorothy, Kamwenge District.
Yes.
Thank you, sister. And we are for you, are the fourth person. Thank you, madam, for the presentation. Mine is very simple. RDCs, we are facing a challenge. This is the time of recovery of a Myoga. I request that you put there strategies helping us to recover the money for Myoga. As a center, Myoga, when we are recovering, we are moving with the police, we are moving with vehicles, we are moving with CDOs, but there is no any strategy of recovering. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Peter Banya is my name, Deputy RCC Gulu City. what I know about Myoga, it's a revolving fund. And the revolving fund is you borrow, then you pay back, right? Now, you've told us that we should sign all the requests that comes. But there's a situation where you find that there's this circle where they've borrowed money, they're only borrowing, and they're not paying back. Now, if we continue signing every request that they give us, don't you think that they will finish everything in their account, and then there will be nothing to borrow? I am one of those people, by the way, let me confess, I've been refusing to sign. If you default to a certain amount, I always refuse to pen my signature. I would request you first of all go and recover, and then you come and I sign. Thank you.
My name is Isaac.
Which district? Gulu City.
Gulu City. My name is Isaac, the NRM chairman, Amuria. I have come to disagree with the former person who has just left here. I am asking a question because my work is mobilization, Madam Rita. And when you begin moving with the vehicles, arresting these people, and yet I'm supposed to mobilize them to vote for NRM, you're affecting my mobilization. So you must draw good strategies in order to recover this money, not chasing people with vehicles. The question is, even us, that the RDCs you see here, their spouses should get the Myoga. The NRM chairpersons must get a Myoga because we are leaders and there is that provision. But when we go to the district, there are very many groups now waiting for this money. From the time the money was given and the recovery is made. Now the question is, why is there a halt? Because they tell us in the district that they are halting, they are waiting for the release. You people have halted the release of the funds to the district to give to the to the groups that have been formed. And people are waiting patiently. What brings the halt in releasing the funds? Amuria.
We are degenerating from discipline to? Why? We have captured the questions we wanted. What? 1 second.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Thank you so much, Madam Rita. I'm Karo Kasheja. Can we have order? I'm the RCC Makinde. Mine is appreciation to Office of the President and Minister of Microfinance Support Center. Actually, my division is doing very well as far as monitoring and evaluation is concerned. And I want to thank my NRM chairperson. Can you stand up for recognition and we thank him? Very hardworking. Yes, I think in the central region, Makinde is leading in good performance, and we want to thank our special presidential advisor, Moses Biaruhanga, and the minister. One observation during our verification of the exercise, we need continuity of the exercise because abantu bano betaaga okubabeeramu. We need to be there all the time, and it needs money. So if we can use the approach we used and the strategies to cover the whole of Uganda, I think the president can recover. And the moment you are in people, these people come back, and those who are paying will pay. So I think it is a very good gesture. If you can use our strategy, we can recover this money and more people can come on board. Thank you so much.
I want to invite Madam Rita to respond. Thank you so much. Can we all clap for people who ask questions? This is a sign that we're listening. Okay, I'm going to be quick, beginning with the last one. The last question. The last was a compliment of what happened. Ooh, I'm the one who did this. Okay. I'm beginning with the last question. The last question was, you know, we are NRM chairpersons. Even the RDCs wives must get money over Myoga. Thank you for the opinion. But Myoga has guidelines, okay? And I flashed, it's unfortunate that I made the thingy fall down. I flashed the Myoga Enterprises on. And if you don't fall in that Myoga, please leave that money alone, okay? If the RDC's wife is in restaurant operation, why not? As long as you fall in that what? Category. But if somebody doesn't fall in that category, please don't try. Okay? Don't what? I'm not getting a signal. I was going to put for you the categories there. Okay? But you know them. They are 18. If you're not in that, no. Then the second one, okay. Then the second one is the circles that borrow money, only borrowing. So I'm not recommending the circles that only borrow. I want to tell you that circle in full is saving and credit cooperatives, isn't it? And I want to tell you that borrowing goes in hand in hand with saving. It does not mean the money must be on account. Can you trace for the cycle of the money? In economics, we call it a cash flow and expenditure flow, isn't it? As long as the cycle shows that money comes in and it's given out, give it money. I want to also tell you that there are circles that bought assets, that money cannot sit on their account. But they are performing better than circles that not buy assets. They bought vehicles, so the money that comes pays them muyindi, isn't it? And they are going 2-3 vehicles, really. Do you need money on account to recommend that one? So just understand the cash flow. The KPI is not money on the account. The KPI should be, do they save and do they borrow? Have you seen it? And then the other ones that have borrowed, like the first phase, second phase, third phase, give them. Those who only lent out on the first phase and have not surfaced, write to us, we know what to do. We sit down and look at the members. Are they there? At times, those people are carrying a cross that is not theirs. You find a person saying he borrowed 4 million shillings. But when you look at the person, you can't even see 200,000 in that what? Person. But when you dig deeper and interact, that person was just used to get money and another person took it. You understand, eh? So you give to us, we see how we manage so that we can recover that money. But you can also use the same trick. Then another person was saying, do not arrest. Another one was saying, arrest. In government, we use stick carrot. You arrest one to scare the others. Okay? You persuade. When persuasion refuses, you use some reasonable force. Okay? It will be very dangerous when one person gets the money, whom you're not very sure of the vote, and kills votes of 20 what? People. NRM chairman, are we there? When that money is returned and 20 people benefit, they will give us the vote, and this one person will get annoyed, but we also use intrigue and others will laugh at that person, so he will even fear to talk against NRM. NRM chairman, are we together? Than one person eating and then the others lose out. So let's use logic, stick and carrot. Which strategies should we use? I said it's teamwork. What is applied in Kampala is not the same with what is applied in Ntungamu. It's not the same with what is applied in Karamoja. The methodologies differ according to the place. That's why we're saying sit together as a team. There are places where when the governor haja alagidde, people will do, isn't it? There are places where you need to use force. There are places where you need to persuade people. The other question was the money came in politicking time. NRM! I want to tell you, speak the truth and shame the devil. Ask that person, was the money gotten in the polling books? Which district was that one? Nakaseke? Kamwenge? Wanji? Did they go in the polling box and they got there the money, so it's Kasimu? This money was put on the account after the election. It is the truth, nothing but. So it is the mindset. Ask them, the people in Kampala or Central Buganda never voted NRM. Haven't they got any Myoga? Are we thanking them for not voting NRM? Hello? Explain to people so that they understand that this is a wealth creation program. And it begins with us. Okay? It is not a politicking. It's a wealth creation program to enable us politic. The last one is a district internal audit. I want to tell you, today I've spoken so much, I came here after particular training. Let me hope you can hear me. It's on, eh? Hello? So, I want to tell you that tell our people that SACCO laws apply. The commercial officer, if the commercial officer was working, is supposed to be the first auditor. In fact, he's the internal auditor of the SACCO. But majority of them don't work, isn't it? So, in fact, it's the commercial officer to recommend for an external auditor. It is in the act. It is in the law. It is not our own making. And this, not every auditor audits SACCOs. They are pre-qualified by Ministry of Trade and Cooperatives. So these are the people who audit these SACCOs, but on the determination of money, at times it's conspiracy. They are not supposed to exceed 200 what? 200,000 shillings. There are people, if the RDC is very organized, it even goes lower because these SACCOs are many in the what? And the person comes once, picks these books and audits. So it is not that we don't know that there is an internal audit. At times the complaints are against the commercial officer. So if you get a partner in crime to audit, then you will not get the same. And you even put it here in the question that, you know, there are technical officers, the commercial officers who steal from these SACCOs. So we get an external auditor to ascertain the truth, nothing but the truth. It is the law. And these audits are discussed by the SACCO. The money paid is paid in the bank. Okay? It is not given to someone. It's paid in the bank and they are given a receipt. We are negotiating with the president to see if these fees can be paid by government. Okay? So soon there will be a communication, but make sure the money doesn't exceed 200,000. Strategies, we say those ones, it is applicable per sub-region. They are very welcome, but these SACCO members themselves know. And the best strategy is peer-to-peer pressure. Let the SACCO members ask for the money. You just support them to reinforce. Where there is a problem, they are the ones to complain, and then you enforce the arrest. Okay? So thank you so much. I hope I've answered every question. As I return the microphone, They are my elders here, people from Bugisu. I saw my NRM chairman. I also saw my Bagisu here, the youth chairman and the NRM chairman. Welcome to KYANKWANZI. And please, when you go back, tell them that don't be like Kawempe. I speak Lugisu. Basale mtiena. Makuwa. NRM oye. Ndikubalomba mupere mzee wechikofira Kalulu. Baby face mbo mwamanyiri. Historical mbo mwamanyiri. Erigon 13 mbo mwamanyiri. Muwe mzee Kalulu mwanyala nani.
Nabi, you can get time with Rita outside there. Put our hands together and we clap for the facilitator once again. Are you communicating? Maybe before I hand over the microphone to our director, I want to thank you for giving the facilitator a conducive environment to submit. That is how it should be, isn't it? Thank you. Can I now hand over this microphone to the director? He would wish to communicate to you. Then thereafter, I know our friends, the Muslims, are itching to go. Yeah.
Please, a big hand. Course? You are bored, eh? Course? Course? I say, with precision, eh? But with precision and at a high pitch. Course? You are still not coordinated. Course? Okay, let's now compete. Those who are behind the course? In the middle course? In the front course? Carry all of us together, course? Thank you. Let's put our hands together once again and we clap for the session chair who has been able to steer us very well. And our presenter, Rita, once again, asante sana. Now, I think Rita has raised an important issue here, which is to do with the data of the existing disbursements within your very districts. We shall give you this literature. And fails, you can have the soft copies and you go and print for yourselves. But the challenge that we have, and many times whenever we are trying to reach you out on some of these issues, is that some of you are not as grounded as we thought you were.
create wealth and jobs. The president is very, very passionate about how these programs are working. If you come here and you don't know, even if you are not coming here, but have you appreciated how the parish development model is working? How many circles have been formed? How many beneficiaries are there and how much money has been released? How much money has been, there is release, there is also disbursement. I don't know whether many of you, my group, know the difference. Huh? And why, in some cases, money has come but not disbursed. Huh? Are we together? Yes. That's not how we respond. Are we together? Yes, sir. Am I smelling? Yes, sir. So, these are the issues. I don't know how many of you even know how many sub-counties are in your districts. Do you know them? Yes, sir. You see, when I ask these simple questions, people laugh here as if it's just a... But I will not make you stand. Eh? How many parishes are in your district? How many households are in your district? This is very, very important because you see, the president's focus is on the household. The support is going to the household, from the household to the parish, and the rest can continue like that. How many pillars are of PDM? Huh? Why are you second guessing? You are like not sure. How many pillars are of the PDM program? 7 pillars. How many are working in your district? How many are working in your district? Now let's share with him. He has told me 3. Let me share with you how many. Tell me the 3 pillars which are working. Only. There is no governance. You have no PDC. You have no... You want to leave? Okay. This lady wants to leave, so you are at liberty. Go. Be blessed and have journey mercies. You have left your number? Yeah, and the email. Okay. So Rita is equally flexible. She's reached. I think the only challenge I have with you is you are in. So back to business. Back to business. So these 7 pillars we are talking about, do you know them? So the point I was trying to raise here is that you people who are in charge of monitoring, be very, very intentional with the data. Be very, very intentional with the data. It's from there that you can be able to assess how we are moving. And I think this is what the Deputy Head of Service was trying to raise here. I know the subject was a bit technical, but I think we can pick the principles of operation. What can we use to look at each of these indicators? We have been sending some templates pick data from you. And then when you send the data and when we come back to share with you, you blame us. No. This is not true. But this is from you. So who is lying who? Huh? How many sub-counties are in your district? How many of these have seed schools? How many of these have government-aided schools? How many of these are wired with electricity? That is the way you can explain these things to the citizens. And the manifesto is not here in Kampala where I sit. The manifesto is there. It's down there through the district development plan. How many health centers, 3 per sub-county that are there? How many sub-counties don't have? So this is what she was saying. If you are going to raise a report of monitoring, you should be able to say, so far, when I tried to look through the health sector, the policy position of the party and government at the moment is that each sub-county should have a what? Health center 3. But for us, in Obungoko district, out of our 16 sub-counties, only 7 have. And out of these, there is nothing at all, because the first focus should be on those sub-counties that were totally without. And when the district is planning, when they were talking about advisory, you should be able to pick this district plan before the council if they call you to give your remarks, and be able to say, but the council, today I saw you planning for the other sub-county. That sub-county belongs to the chairman, and it already has a health center 3. And now you are trying to add another, because you see sometimes some of these things tend to be moved by politics as opposed to the need. So when they call you to give advice, this is the kind of advice you would be saying, no, but we have another sub-county which has no health center 3 at all. And I would have expected you as a council to address, to make sure that the planning you are making for the health sector, which is giving money to construction of a health center 3 here, should be going to the other what? Sub-county that is without. That's part of the advisory they are talking about in your business. But now when they call you to give advice, I don't know what advice you give to these councils. I will have an opportunity to share with you my issues of leadership, not for now. Now I was just trying to buy time and make you appreciate the relevance of data. Data is very key. When you go back, please, and I now want to make a special appeal to those areas where the president has not visited. Be on top. Be on top of things, to the extent that by now you should know how many people you have arrested because of PDM faults. Are we together? Yes. Should be able to come to the Muzindara and say, Your Excellency, I'm so and so, I'm the RDC or deputy, if you are given an opportunity. We have moved on, and here in this place, because of 1, 2, 3, 5 people are here, 3 are already prosecuted, 2 are on remand, and that's how we are moving. Because the president wants to see this program succeed. And many times I've told you that we have no, this is our last mile into the transformation journey. So it's a matter of life and death for PDM. Our chairman of the parties, I know we have been listening to your issues, but it is also important that when we call you here and pick this data, interest yourself quietly. You can also go and assess at your village who were the people that benefited from PDM. You don't have to be a central government monitor to appreciate that. I can go and say, me in the village where I stay, I can look out who are the beneficiaries that I hear from PDM. You must be also coming from a given parish in your district. So how is PDM performing even at your parish level before you now get annoyed why you don't monitor the district? So these are the things we need to take very, very seriously. So now we seem to be done with our presenters for the day. I want to invite the KYANKWANZI team. There are certain areas which I think need some discussion. One of them is what I had told you. We need to learn the meal prayer before we go for meals. There is a prayer and other, you know, yesterday you were very tired. They couldn't take you through many things. And we would also like to know why today we didn't run when we were ready. Maybe are we saying you have exempted us from this activity, this group that is here? And not as much unfair as and many others. So please welcome the Director of Studies to take you through. Just a minute. I have a request by the Deputy Dean. Is he called the Deputy Dean? Yes. That he wants to meet all those RDCs, Deputy RDCs, because anyway, you are also RDCs, because it's the office, who were involved in Kawempe issues.
Course. Thank you very much, General. We call him General. As earlier alluded, I happen to have been blessed and privileged to have been his. And he started the generalship journey at that time. Although I shall not disclose them, because some of those ones who could